Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead, Cande Roth, going to be cold. We'll get up to 40, but I'll tell you, walking the dogs this morning, breezy. Man,
I
crazy.
walked Tilly yesterday, and the wind was just whipping. It
Yeah.
was freezing because of that.
Absolutely. We will get up to 40. Now, if you see a touch of a flurry out east, don't worry. Like, it's one of those things, maybe a couple of flakes.
It's spitting snow.
It is spitting snow, as Cande would say. Yes. Who in your life said that?
My father.
Your father. Yes, you love your father, Cande. He had the best phrases. Yes.
He had a few whoppers there, that's for sure.
Some not suitable for air, I'm sure. But yeah, 40. And otherwise, it's going to be sunshine today. Will be all good. Cande, before I get into Leah's birthday and what we did over the weekend, I had to pass along a sad note, a passing of someone who a lot of our listeners may see, if they're home watching News 12 today, they may see a tribute on there. He happened to be a former meteorologist of News 12, but he was also the head of Hofstra's radio department when I was there.
Oh.
Yes, and his name is Bruce Avery. And Bruce, when I transferred from Binghamton to Hofstra, I joined the communications school, and I knew my major would be communications. But at that point, I had no idea that radio would be the path. And it was like one of my first days in the communications department. I'm in a class, and I don't even remember the class, but in walks this guy to interrupt for a moment to tell the class about the radio station, which I had no clue existed at Hofstra. And it happened to be Bruce, and so I went down to to sign up, and there was a training class. You had to go through a 6-month training class. Anyway, long story short, Bruce at the time had just taken over within the last 6 months or so Hofstra Radio, and he was there to turn it around. It was not anything great or massive at the time, but by the time he got done with it and retired recently, he had turned Hofstra Radio into a behemoth. I mean, Hofstra was known for their communications department, still is, and their radio station, and all around the country, by the way, in college circles. And I had the honor of being part of one of his first training classes, maybe his second or third training class, and he became a close friend. We lost touch over the years, but I would say Bruce Avery was the reason. Without him walking into that class that day and then mentoring me over those couple of years I was at Hofstra, I don't think I'd be sitting here today, Cande.
Wow, so we want to thank him for that. And yeah, I mean, when someone touches you and does something that pushes you in the direction you're in now, it means an awful lot. I went to CW Post, so we were kind of around the corner from each other.
Yep.
And that's what happened in a class of mine. A professor I had, Norm, I forget his last name, said, we have a radio. I said, they have a radio station? I didn't even know. So that's how that all started. So yeah, rest in peace, because he gave you to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's amazing how someone can influence a whole path and a whole, radio station. And his legacy is tremendous. I mean, he had so many people come through Hofstra Radio, and I mean, just in my own circle, there's a bunch that I know went on to very successful things, not even in radio, outside of radio, but absolutely incredible. And, he battled a cancer for a while, for a number of years, and at the end it was it was time for him to go. And but yeah, what a legacy that Bruce left. So
Yeah.
if you see that on News 12, he was a meteorologist part-time a bunch of years ago at News 12, and Bruce Avery will be missed for sure. Cande, on to more fun happenings from the weekend.
Oh, I like that.
As you know, Leah turned 15 on Thursday.
She did.
right? So we did, the typical dinner and cupcakes and whatever. Over the weekend, we decided to take a group of people over to Top Golf in Holtzville, Cande.
My son Casey loves Top Golf. Loves it.
Yeah, now he's a golfer too, for sure.
Yes, loves it.
So the only Top Golf I had ever been to was Vegas, and this was, we're going back a ways. Can I give you a quick side note on the Vegas Top Golf? You're gonna love
Yes,
You're
of
gonna love this story. I was there twice. The first time I was ever at Top Golf in Vegas, Josh, my buddy, came out to the ACM Awards with me in Vegas, and we go to a Sony Music record label party at Top Golf. Now, we're going back, got to be 7-8 years.
Easily.
Easily. So we're talking, to some of these artists and record label, whatever, we're just schmoozing. And over in the corner, literally, when I tell you, sitting by himself on the bench in the bay, in the bay where you'd hit the golf balls, by himself was this guy who had no clue. So we went to sit down, introduced ourselves, and he introduced himself to us as a new artist on the label, and he said his name was Luke Combs.
Look at this.
And that's my buddy Josh.
A new artist.
Yeah. His claim to fame, he always talks about how he chatted, he befriended Luke Combs, yeah.
You discovered him.
That's right. So I had not been to a Top Golf for many, many years. And I asked Leah last week what she wanted to do. And out of nowhere, she says, I want to check out Top Golf. I said, okay. So I went in a couple days before. I talked to the people. They were so nice. Like, I met with this guy, Tyler, who was behind the desk, and he answered all my questions because I wanted to know, do I have to reserve? What do I have to do? And he told me to download the app, and he showed me how to do it. He says there's a wait list and whatever. So I knew what to do on Saturday. We went with a bunch of her friends, and Leah, and, Abigail, and Elijah, and Dana, and we had the best time. We rented 2 golf bays side by side. The 10 of us played. We ordered food. Can I tell you, the mac and cheese bites, probably the best I've ever had anywhere.
It looks so nice. Just the couches to sit on.
And
looks
so
really nice.
This is just a little background, right? So I figure Saturday, it's about 40. It's breezy. It's cloudy. I said, it's, how crowded could it be? So we'd go on the wait list, like the guy told us, as when we were a half hour away. He says, go on the wait list. So go on. We get there. Cande, we got right in. It was like 15 minutes. We got our spot. He knew ahead of time to reserve 2 next to each other. Place was, now this isn't even summer and 80 degrees. Place was mobbed, packed, like there is an energy over there at Top Golf, Cande. Incredible what's going on over there.
Well, everybody had a good time.
We had a great time. The kids had a blast. The food was great. And I just have to say how great the people were over there, from the people at the front desk to the management to the waiters and waitresses. And just incredible. We had a great time. Then we came home with the crew. We brought everyone back, and we had cake, and there was a sleepover, and we had a beautiful time. So
now, where did all the girls sleep? Where did they go? The living room?
Basement? No, basement.
Oh, they went to the basement. Oh,
see, I got the finished basement. We got not only is it finished, but we have a king size bed. We also have a single twin bed, and we have 4 reclining recliners. 4 of them down here.
Wow.
So so there's plenty of places to sleep, and there were like 3 girls in one bed, 1 girl in the other, so there's, and by the way, Elijah does not leave their side. They love Elijah. Yeah.
He looked a little cray-cray in one of those photos.
Yeah.
I said, what is that demonic look on him?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to just pose and smile nice,
No, he was out of his mind. And you know what, Elijah? Ann Cande wants to just say this. In 10 years, when you've got a person that you're interested in and you want to impress them and that photo shows up, you better start smiling in pictures, my friend.
I will pass that along. I will pass it over to him for sure. Good weekend. She finished it off yesterday with her tennis. She had it every Sunday afternoon. She's got a tennis session. So it was good. And on to the new week. And Yeah. Up next is Abigail. Abigail will be 13 before you know it, Candy.
March 17th.
Unbelievable. Another teenager coming my way. So,
Oh, this is too good.
yeah, less than 20 minutes to your Bald and the Beautiful entertainment, everything from Nashville to Hollywood. Going to be 40. We will get a touch warmer and some sunshine. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.